it'll be like La La Land. Like, get out of here. Like, nothing's gonna
I know there's certain ones
nothing's
where it's
gonna
like
come from it.
like to show Emma Stone dancing her way into the sunset.
One couple. One couple like damn it. One couple was like dancing. Like this guy was. I mean, because mostly old people that come in the Bronxville thing. He was like dipping his like woman. I was like, oh my god.
Bro, the movie's over. We're back in real life. Go home.
It's like no, I can't do it. So this is a underlying one because this whole thing's gonna be about like the appeal of superheroes, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is it more about their entertainment or is it like their characteristics? So you can get behind like a Captain America more than Iron Man because Iron Man's got that arrogance. I mean, Captain America, like he's like courageous, and I mean everyone's courageous, or whatever. Or is it like a bravery thing, or is it like struggle? Is it like which one's more important, the entertainment of it, or just the plot? Or
I think it's the plot and the characteristics because I mean the entertainment's fun. Like everybody's gonna go see these movies because it's amazing, and like the visual effects are incredible and this and that. But at the end of the day, people relate to these characters. Like if they're not just going to see that, they're going to because they relate to them in some fashion. Like there's more. I guarantee it, especially after Black Panther, that there's more people who are going to relate to these characters because they're seeing themselves in some of these characters, and that's why, for example, Stan Lee said it best where he made Spider-Man. His thing was I wanted to make somebody that people can relate to, like because that not everybody's these buff, ridiculous, jacked up dudes. Everybody they might have been that wimpy teenager who all of a sudden has this great responsibility. And Captain America, as you said, he's got virtues. He's very old school. He's all about like protection and the old American way and the new American way and how to look after each other. And I think people relate to that more than the billionaire who they just find entertaining because he's ridiculous in Iron Man. So I think it's more important the characteristics and the plot of the film.
He's certainly ridiculous.
I mean he's gotten more mature, but like the first movie, friggin' standing there in his suit like blasting like watermelons in his $3 billion mansion off the coast of Santa Monica or something.
Yeah, I mean the thing about it is like you don't even hate his money. He's just gotta like you just see him talking to like it's just that there's a certain level of arrogance. He's just like who just saved your magical ass?
Yeah, he's like it's me. Like whereas everybody else like we have to do this for the betterment of humanity. He's like yeah we can do that for that, but we can also do it for this.
Yeah. I know like people. I mean, it's like such a polarizing. I don't know if it's polarizing, but it's got different opinions on it because like Black Panther was just hyped to like the greatest degree, and I had a friend that said it was like one of those, the inclusion thing, whatever. But they're like, it's not like a Black History Month lesson. Mm-hmm. So perhaps that's why it excelled beyond the media, just like, talking about it.
Well, I think it's one of those films that. It may not be obviously an accurate, like a true story, obviously, because Wakanda doesn't exist. But the fact that Ryan Coogler the fact that Kevin Feige bought into this idea from Ryan Coogler to make this authentic and wanting to make it authentic, and bringing in somebody like Ryan Coogler who's done such a great job with like movies about like important African American subjects, like Fruitvale Station, that was a great movie. Creed was a good movie. But to bring him in and say not go crazy, but like you have free reign on this. You can make this. This is the movie that I want to make this like an inclusive movie, and the fact that they bring in like actual like African style, like the style of their not only their garb but like the stuff they use to fight. I think it's really good for not just Marvel but movies in general that this movie excelled, and I think it's important that we realize how important T'Challa is and Killmonger and the royal family in Wakanda and this film Black Panther to movies in general, not just Marvel fans, or to society as well.
It's kind of cool that it's not like different country, but it's not like a democracy.
No,
so
it's just I like the message though that he kind of like and it was interesting because at first I kind of looked at it and I was like, I feel like the way that he was thinking to T'Challa was different than most people thought he was thinking. I think more people thought Killmonger had more of the better idea, like in regards to like these people were taking advantage of us all these years, but the way he was going about it, and T'Challa pretty much said like the way you're going about it is wrong. Like we can't just go start a war but we can go and we can make a difference in these communities. And I think that that's why Ryan Coogler and this movie is so important, because it was like we can make a difference, but we just have to work together to make that difference. So that's why I think that movie is very important, other than the fact that it should have won more Oscars than it did.
Yeah, he ended up, it's still crazy. It's all that fighting, and then people dying and stuff, and then he ends up adapting a part of what Killmonger wants.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he's still not willing he's still willing to kind of heal him at the end, and it's just, and then he has that line that, if you're like, then he has that line at the end, and it's just like,
that was powerful.
And then it's very, and then it gets kind of bureaucratic, bordering on political when he gives a speech, and he's not really, because they said in Civil War he's not really into that kind of stuff, but it comes full circle in the uniting, front at the end, that it's like it's a richer country that stays in the shadow, and I guess internationally, you're a rich country, you just want to keep stuff that you don't really want to. You want to keep your resources and everything.
Yeah, you don't want to ask. You don't want if you feel that if you put that stuff out there, you're asking for people to like invade and attack and whatever, like to try to take the resources you have.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's not like, I like that it doesn't get overly. It gets kind of uniting without overly overly bureaucratic political stuff. So.
Yeah, it sends the right message without having to like force the message onto people like other movies in different genres do. It shows an entertaining thing that has a good message to it.
I like it. All right, this is a lot.